What's up, you guys? In this video, we're going to be talking about how to make more money in the fall. It's all about pressure washing, Quote IQ, and Forever Self-Employed. How's it going, you guys? I changed up the intro a little bit, Mike, because we're going to be switching things up here because it's fall now.
Yeah, you confused me.
We're going to be talking all about how you can make more money in the fall. I know whenever like this is categorized as a slower season for a lot of people, but for some people it actually speeds up. Things get a little bit crazier. And we're going to be talking about how you can have that happen in your business, how you can make your business actually take off in the fall rather than slow down. Mike, is it possible to get more business in the fall than you did, earlier on in the year?
Is it possible? Of course,
Yes.
it's possible. Anything is possible, Justin. Is it likely? It's not as likely as we would all like it to be.
Well, it depends on what you're offering. We're gonna get
Well,
into we're
if
gonna
you
get
would have let me finish my sentence,
well, hey, look, you'd shut down the
I
talk.
did. I got nervous. Um,
Okay, go ahead. Go.
no. So what I was going to say is, it all depends on the services that you are offering, and these things they the target moves, and you need to follow that target. So the services that you offer, but another thing that comes into play, obviously, is where you live. Right down here, where you and I live, we have a lot milder climate where we're able to work a little bit longer, doing the things that we do primarily: house washes, concrete, roofs, all of that, as opposed to guys up north where it could be a little bit colder, where it is a little bit colder, and that really cuts down on their ability to have a prolonged cleaning season. So it's great to you've got two options there. You either maximize every dollar that you make during that shortened season, and then you hibernate during the winter like a big scary bear, or you adjust, you pivot, and you figure out what you're going to do when you can't be out there washing.
Beautiful. We're going to talk over 6 points in today's video on how you guys can make more money in the fall, because I know that kind of gets scary for guys once we start getting into the colder part of the season, but no need to fear. Justin and Mike are here, and we're going to make it a lot better for you
I
guys.
like that.
First and foremost, we want to promote fall and winter services to our book of existing customers. If you guys don't have a way of keeping up with customers, check out Quote IQ, linked in the comment section and the description. Keep up with customers and estimates, invoices, and collect payments. Not to mention, Quote IQ is going to be giving away a Ford F-150 in 10 days, Mike. 10 days. We're giving this bad boy away to a premium, platinum, or ultimate subscriber of Quote IQ.
That's true. We are.
So if you guys haven't checked out Quote IQ already, check it out. First link in the comment section and the description. If you don't have a book of pre-existing customers, you are behind the game. So first things first, you want to promote fall and winter services to that book of customers. Mike, what kind of services do we like to promote in the fall and the winter?
Some of the things that instantly come to mind: gutter cleaning. Obviously, that's your same customer base, the same people that you're calling on. And so I think that would be probably one of the first things that I would tackle is going after and offering that service. You can also, thinking a little bit more forward. I mean, what the first day of fall is in 3 days. And that means that following fall, we've got the winter season coming, and we all know that Christmas lights can be a huge business. If you get on it early, you get promoting it, you get to the marketing of it, you understand what you're doing, you get your supplies in, and then you can make a tremendous amount of money in a very short time frame. And this is one of those markets that is really underserviced. And Justin, you and I talk about this all the time. When you can identify a market or a niche that is underserviced in your area, you really can take advantage of it, and you're gonna have such the marketing, the ability to capture more customers, to get more eyeballs on your service, because people are going to be looking for this stuff. And if you're in their face and you're doing things the right way, it's going to be a lot cheaper and a lot easier to target and acquire customers when you identify a niche like Christmas lighting. And so those are some of the things that I think that you can do.
Christmas lighting, like you said, Mike, leaf removal from roofs, leaf removal from gutters, leaf removal from anywhere. If you guys don't know, you can actually, remove leaves from people's yards for money. I think too often times we get so attached to how do I make money with pressure washing that people forget there's actually other services you can offer to make money with. So if your main service kind of slows down a little bit, it's a good idea to pick up on some of these. And fall leaves are coming down, so it's a good time to get after some of the leaf removal. I offer massages to dudes in the winter. That's one way to go about it, right, Mike?
Yeah, I mean that's a great add-on service, and actually, dude massaging in the winter. There's quite a few upsells too.
Oh, all right. So first and foremost, you want to promote fall and winter services. You want to promote whatever people need in those times of the year. Carrie for Crew says, "How to start a business with no money?" Question mark. Question mark. You can do this relatively easily. Offer a service with like that doesn't involve. You could literally go pick weeds out of people's gardens right now and make money with it, right, Mike? Like,
yeah,
it wouldn't.
it's an interesting question. How can I start a business with no money? Okay. Initially, I listen to that and I'm like, or I read that and I'm like, it's pretty difficult. And can you create a sustainable business that's going to provide for you and your family to live off of pulling weeds? Probably not. But if you have the initiative and you have the drive, okay, this is Justin. Did you drive anywhere today?
I haven't driven anywhere today. No,
Okay.
not
Did
yet
you
today.
go anywhere yesterday?
I did, yeah.
Okay. How many red cars did you see on the road when you were driving?
I don't remember, Mike. I wasn't looking for red cars.
But just guess, was it two, or do you think, I mean, more than two?
Yeah, maybe like 5 or so.
Right. And what if I was to say, so you weren't looking for them? What
Right.
if I was to say, Justin, I'm going to give you $100 for every red car that you see?
Oh, I'll be spotting those things, Mike, left, right, and I'll find 30 of them today.
Right. And so what's the difference between yesterday and when I'm going to pay you $100? You're looking for them, right?
Look for opportunity. Right?
And those red cars are opportunities. It's the same. It's just an analogy, right? So if you're out there and you're looking for these opportunities, right? You're looking for those red cars because you know you're going to get paid, then there is a plethora of opportunities for you to make money, whether it's as simple as knocking on a door and saying, "Hey, I noticed that you have got a ton of weeds in your yard. For XYZ dollars, I can get out there and I can make this yard look great." You can go and sell. I was just watching something the other day, and there are guys that they'll go out there and they'll say, okay, like they'll go door to door knocking and say, hey, we're going to be in your neighborhood in the next couple of days. We're going to be doing some pressure washing. We're going to be doing some window cleaning, whatever the case is. We can do your driveway in your house for $500. And would you like to get on the schedule? Absolutely. Okay, that's good. So I've got one $500 customer on the hook. I continue on my way and I'm booking jobs. Maybe it's one, maybe it's two, maybe it's three. So say you get, $1,200 worth of jobs booked in that neighborhood, but these people, they don't even have a pressure washer, right? So what do? They go and they rent a pressure washer, and they go, and I don't know what it costs to rent a small little pressure washer. Probably not a whole hell of a lot of money. You go out there, you do the job, you get paid, you reinvest in your business after some time, then you own your own pressure washer. So there are ways to get to, start a business with minimal money. No money is going to be something that's a little bit more difficult.
Right. I think the biggest thing is finding a way that you could provide value to the marketplace that doesn't require a ton of capital on your end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the main question, because we are all compensated for the amount of value that we can bring to the marketplace. Find a way to offer value that doesn't require much for you to do. Do you recommend hiring somebody to run your Google ads? If you don't know what you're doing, then definitely, because that would be a terrible idea to run something that you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. And there's something that people, they don't really understand about Google ads, about Facebook ads, is if you're in a market where your competition is spending 10x what you're able or willing to spend on your Google ads or your Facebook ads, then you know what happens? Their ads get placed way above yours, and it's almost like you're wasting your money. And if that's the case, right? Like as just like somebody that is not, if you're not in tune with what the metrics out there, and there are ways for people to go in and determine if it even makes sense for you to run ads in the market based on what your competition is doing. And because of that, sometimes it is better to outsource some of these things. It'll probably end up saving you a lot of money. Or conversely, it could end up making you a ton of money because they know how to target, they know, the keywords and how to do that the right, you know, sometimes it is right to outsource that if you
Yeah.
if you're able to.
Either pay for the learning or pay for somebody to run them. But if you don't have a lot of money, then knock doors, pass out flyers, put out yard signs, things that you can rely on your own sweat equity for. Otherwise, you're going to spend a little bit of money. You're going to be like, didn't work. And then you're going to go and tell everybody, oh, man, I put a couple dollars in and I didn't get nothing out of it.
Right.
Southeast Software says, scammers. I used InstaQuote and speed to the lead means I'm landing 3 times the jobs. Now I can't keep up with the work. Y'all should be ashamed.
That is true. And if you guys are not familiar with what InstaQuote is, it is our newest feature. It is in the ultimate package. And what this allows customers to do is go to your website, go to the link that you send them in a text or an email. Maybe you've got it set up on a QR code on your trailer or your bandit signs, and they can go to your InstaQuote page and they are able to select any of the services that you offer. And then they will get a price generated based on the numbers that you input into Quote IQ. They fill out their information and they get a quote instantly. And then they're able to also schedule that if you choose to set up customer self-schedule within InstaQuote and Quote IQ. And that's what InstaQuote is. It is the fastest way for customers to get an estimate, accurate estimate, precise estimate before your competition can even get a phone call, right? The customer lands on your website and then boom, they've got a quote within minutes. It's something that we've been working on for a long time. We're very excited about it. And yeah, it is. It definitely is something that will set you above and beyond your competition and will get the quote in the customer's hands. Cody said, speed to the lead. And the faster you get to that customer with the price, the more likely you are to close the job.
That's right. So if you want to check out InstaQuote, check out Quote IQ in the comment section and the description, myquoteiq.com. You can save 50% on your subscription through myquoteiq.com, as well as you'll be entered to win this Ford F-150 that we're giving away in 10 days. 10 days, you guys, to a premium platinum or ultimate subscriber of Quote IQ. There's also ways to get bonus entries down in the comment section below if you guys are interested in more information with regards to winning the truck. But we'll keep going with this. Okay, so appreciate your comment, Cody. Also, if you guys need pressure washing chemicals, check out Southeast Soft Wash, the best pressure washing chemicals in the game. I got a bunch of, I think, degreasers and soap chems up here, but they're the best. You know what I mean? They keep my shelf the cleanest that it's ever been, and you guys should.
And not only do they make phenomenal products as far as surfactants and various solutions and detergents to clean just about anything that you could run into commercial, residential, from degreasers to efflorescence removers, rust removers, you name it, they got it. But they also have some of the best equipment out there too. I've got an amazing trailer, and makes you a lot more efficient and a lot more money when you are equipped properly.
Okay, beautiful. We talked about our first way to make more money in the fall: promote fall and winter services. Okay, you guys, leaf removals, gutter cleanings, Christmas lights. The next one, we're going to segue with Keith Pickens. He says, looking at commercial jobs, they're more likely to be year round. Our next one is to target commercial clients, specifically for a couple reasons. One of those is recurring commercial work that we can push into the slower times. Mike, you want to talk a little bit about taking advantage of some of that?
Yeah. Well, so there's 2 types of commercial work that you should, target all commercial, but there's route work, which is obviously route, meaning it's a routine maintenance. A lot of these are gas stations. A lot of these are restaurants, things of that nature. Shopping centers that need to keep the sidewalks clean. And so with route work, that's consistent business year round, right? And those are the things that we really want, that baseline business that we can rely on, we can count on. We know that regardless of all the other fluctuations that we might see in our market, that route work is still going to be there. So if you can build up a pretty significant amount of route work, you've got a pretty significant base pay, if you will, that it's steady and it's going to be there if you do right by your customers and all of that. The second type of commercial work that Justin was alluding to is when a lot of big commercial properties, they have budgets that they need to put into place, they need to implement, and they follow throughout the year, right? So this is the time of year now where they're budgeting for next year. So you're probably going to be getting a lot of calls from apartment communities, just commercial properties, looking for basically estimates that are going to be used for budgetary purposes, right? They're not ready to get cleaned right now. But what I like to do is, on occasion, depending on our schedule and how full we are, I will incentivize these folks to give us the deal by offering some sort of discount if they allow us to choose the time when we will do this work. So I know traditionally between Thanksgiving and the beginning of the year, we slow down a little bit. So I like to push some of those bigger commercial jobs into that time. So I know that we've got steady workflow during those times. Sometimes late summer when school's about to start, we're coming out of that season right now. That's a little bit of a slow time too. If you can push those commercial accounts into that time, that's also something that I advise. And again, it's just like I said, you're incentivizing them by offering them a slight discount to do it during this time. So just a couple little things there that might be of
Right. Payne's Pressure Washing said, if you like free knowledge, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. You guys, what Mike just gave you is invaluable. Like, come on, let's hit the thumbs up button. Let's run it up. I want to give a quick shout out to our buddy William. I landed $3,600 church roof and gutter clean because of the self-quote feature. Thank you so much, William. We appreciate you for using Quote IQ. If you guys want to check out InstaQuote or customer self-scheduling.
Okay. And I want William to email me.
William, email Mike right now.
Yeah, you got that right.
What's your email, Mike? I'll put it in the chat.
No, don't. William is resourceful and he'll be able to find me and email me.
All right, sweet. All right, William, if you can find Mike's email and email him, he wants to hear from you. Perfect. So promoting fall and winter services, step 1 to making more money in the fall. William's going to email us. Step 2, target commercial clients. Get those big commercial jobs, get that recurring work, and push it into the slower time periods. Number 3, understanding your numbers, digging into the data. I'd like to see a raise of hands in here or just a comment. Who has a way to keep track of customers and estimates, invoices, and collect payments? And if you don't, you need to be checking out Quote IQ. Mike, talk a little bit about looking at your numbers, seeing what worked for previous years, and just making data-driven decisions within your business based off of those.
Right. Well, I'm a huge proponent of making decisions based on facts, on data, because without, that foundation of, reality, you can't make any decisions. You don't know how much you're actually making. You don't know how much you should charge. And these are not good things. And so if you're keeping track of everything, and when I say keeping track of everything, obviously you need to keep track of your customers. So you've got them in your database so you can market to them forever and ever. But you also need to understand your costs, right? The overhead, all the things that, the costs that you incur on a daily basis to run your business, gas, bleach, the couplers and the plugs and the hoses that bust, the equipment maintenance and upkeep, all of these things, your marketing dollars, your accounting fees, your legal fees, all of these things come into play. And these are all eroding your profit margin, right? And if you don't keep track and understand all of these things, then you, again, don't know how much you're actually making. And that's, again, not where you want to be as a business owner. If this is a side hustle, then yeah, probably you can get away with it. You can go buy some beer. But if that's not who you are, then you need to understand that tracking and analyzing your data is huge. Just like what are the services that you do that are the most profitable? What services do you do that far, outweigh, if you're looking at a graph, everything else? Is roof washing one of your biggest services that you're offering? Or better yet, is roof washing one of your most profitable services that you don't offer? But if you look at the pie graph, it's just a little teeny sliver on there. Well, guess what? If I know that this is my most profitable service and I'm only doing a little bit of it, I want that pie to get big because that means I'm going to make more money. So that means I need to focus more marketing dollars, marketing time, and energy into those services that are giving you the most return on your investment. So these are the decisions that you can make based on these numbers. But if you don't collect the data, if you don't have these numbers at your disposal to analyze, then you are just what, Justin?
You're flying blind. Imagine not having this CRM. Imagine not being able to go into the contact section and be able to scroll through all of your contacts of previous clients that you've serviced. You know what I mean? Also, we have features like mass text and email campaign. Imagine not being able to send an email blast to your entire client list using mass email and text campaigns. Another thing is, another reason why we like to keep track of data, me might do this in several businesses, we go back and take a look at previous years campaigns, previous years offers, previous years earnings, and we can say, okay, last year we made about this month this much, last year we ran these campaigns in, and this is how much the return is on it. If you don't have access to that data and you're not able to reflect back on what you did, what are you going to do, Mike? You're going to be flying blind, and you're not going to know what moves do what, or, you know what I mean, where you can get the best return at.
Yeah, you got to know what moves the needle.
Yes. Yes. One other thing that I really like about this, you guys, and I think this is an overlooked feature because it's very simple, but it's lead imports, total lead imports for whatever amount you set it to. This is a dummy account, so this is why I have it here. But like, let's say that you went to last year and you saw that you only input 28 customers into your CRM. You would be like, wow, I need to find a way to get more customers. Okay. So you can sort this by a bunch of different ways. You can also take a look at like your year-to-date sales, and you could go back and you could see about how much you made for, those fall months. And it's just very important to devise a plan and be strategic whenever you're trying to figure out how to make more money in your business.
Right.
So understanding your numbers, digging into the data, and using that data to make data-driven decisions. Right, Mike?
I concur.
Beautiful. That was step number 3. Promote fall services, target commercial clients, understand your numbers, and dig into the data. Now let's get into number 4, and that is think through customer experiences and look for improvement. So, Mike, I recently started like really dabbling very heavily into Google Ads. And I will say that one of the big things that I've come across is I'm spending a good amount of money for customers to click through, but not do anything on the website. And I realized whenever I implemented the self-quoting feature on my account, I was able to capture a lot more of those people, because at the end of the day, what do people want? They want a quote. They want it fast. They don't necessarily want to talk to you. And I think that kind of goes against what a lot of people think. But basically, you want to think through how customers are coming to your business and think how you can make it better for them. So InstaQuote is one of those ways that we can make it better. Mike, what are a couple other ways that we can make and improve on, our relationship with customers and how we bring them in?
Well, I am a huge fan of, constantly staying in contact with the customers, and not so much in a way that it's spammy or overbearing, right? I'm very cognizant of the fact that you don't want to stay too much in front of these residential customers or these commercial customers, because then it does feel like you're just bombarding them with just way too much sales and whatnot. So I'm very strategic in that business as far as when I'm reaching out. But you can set up email automations in your your however you're going to do it. Obviously, we've got it set up in Quote IQ, so every lead that is in there, you set up email automation and get the folks set up right here based on a number of different things. But with all of that being said, stay in front of them with just, an offer, even a happy Thanksgiving, right? Or a Merry Christmas from, your business. But I like to, send fall promotions. I like to send spring promotions. I like to remind them that, them talking about us to their customers or it's very helpful to small businesses. I like to ask for reviews. I like to ask for referrals. These are all things that you can do that will definitely help your business and keep you top of mind, keep you in front of your customer. So when it does come time again for them to call or need somebody, they're not just going to Google it again. They're going to be like, oh yeah, I get these emails from Mike, and seems like a nice guy that's cares about his business and stays in front of us. So let's give that feller a call.
Absolutely. I think one other thing with regards to, thinking through the customer experience and looking for improvements, I want you guys to start thinking about how you interact with other companies. When you order something from Amazon, what happens? You press the buy now button, you swipe and you make a payment, and it gets shipped to your house. You don't go meet with the owner of the company. You don't talk to the guy who packages and puts together your item and ships it to you. You don't want to speak with anybody. You want to read the reviews. You want to find a good product for yourself, and you want to make a purchase. It's quick, it's fast, it's very convenient, and I think you guys should be able to replicate that in your business if you want to give your customers the same type of experience. Wouldn't you say so, Mike?
Yeah, I was not listening to anything you said. I apologize.
All right. Let's move on to number 5, build customer relationships. So very similar. We want to give them a great customer experience. We want to keep up with them and build customer relationships. We talked a little bit already about some of the follow-up sequences within Quote IQ. You can set these up to trigger whenever. So if we come down here into email automation, basically all these are triggering events. So let's say like once an invoice is paid, here's a good one that you guys can do. Invoice is paid. We want to set up a reminder. We can set it up for whenever we want, 6 months down the road, 9 months down the road, a year down the road, and just say, hey, customer name, we serviced your property about a year ago. We were wondering if you wanted to get back on the schedule. You set up this automation and you put it in place, and it just sends on its own. You don't have to think about the last time you serviced these people. You don't have to think about writing the email. It's just a great way to go to help with those customer relationships.
If you were to pull up my account here, and you looked at the graph to where the leads came from, my biggest pie on that graph, the biggest slice is repeat business. Now, granted, I've been in business for a while, and so obviously, if you maintain customer relationships, you do a good job, and you stay in front of these people, then that will be the same for you, right? And that's what we all want. If we can increase our repeat customers, then that's less dollars we're spending on acquiring new customers, significantly less. So that customer experience is absolutely essential for multiple reasons. But what I was going to say is, I think that one of the main reasons why I've got so many repeat customers and repeat business is because of the email automation. I've had email automation set up for probably 10 years. It's evolved significantly, but I've got touch points throughout the year, every single year. And it contributes to a significant portion of my bottom line, because I don't have to think about it. Just like you said, Justin, you set it in place. It's like a clock. You wind that clock up, you set it into motion, and it just keeps going and going. It's beautiful.
So, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are successful in their business without thinking about it. You want to automate these things within your business, so that way you're not always thinking about what emails do I have to send today, blah, 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 blah. Like, they send on their own. Carl says, if you already have a different CRM, how difficult will it be to transfer data to and from? Not extremely difficult. And if you want to, Carl, if you guys check out the subscriptions tab within here, anybody who gets a yearly subscription, any subscription, you get a free onboarding call with myself and Mike. You're going to be able to sit down with us and actually talk through everything. All you got to do is select your subscription plan and then upgrade it to yearly. You get to sit down with us. Mike's actually going to show you exactly what he would put in for all his email automation, some of the email blasts that he sends. Like, we're going to talk you through your services, pretty much everything, setting up things like InstaQuote, self-schedule, whatever you need for your business. We will sit down with you and we will help schedule or set it up. All you have to do is get a year subscription, and we're right there to help you with everything. So relatively easy. If you guys are thinking about switching, definitely let us know. We'd love to hear where you're coming from and what you value most in a software system. Okay. So we talked through a bunch of different points: promote fall and winter services, target commercial clients, understanding your numbers and digging into the data, thinking through the customer experience and looking for improvements, and building customer relationships. Our last one, Mike, is to try new marketing methods, right? Because what happens? You get into the winter months, things start slowing down a little bit for guys. They were probably relying on one or two marketing methods, maybe Facebook ads, maybe flyers, maybe whatever. But it's time to switch it up a little bit, because that marketing's getting a little stale and it's time to get some new leads. So, Mike, talk about diversifying lead flow pretty much.
Well, yeah, I talk about the importance and necessity of having a diversified approach to your marketing, and that is through casting a large net of different outlets. Right? You need to have boots on the ground. You need to have your online presence, your SEO. You need to have a website that's optimized. Right? You need to have a Google profile that is going to be updated daily, or not daily. You can do it daily. You need to be getting reviews. You need to have bandit signs. You need to have postcards in place. Maybe EDDM, right? So your mass mailing to specific areas that are your target audiences. Mass emails, that's great. I generate a tremendous amount of business from email marketing. So there are very, very few things that I think that you can do that are not going to be beneficial. But again, it all goes back to tracking your data. And one of the things that we do is anytime anybody either goes to InstaQuote and goes through there, they have to select where they heard about us, right? And those are those are the lead sources that are right down here on this graph, and these are input by you. Whether it's Google, whether it's if you're doing flyers, if you're doing door to door, how did they hear about you? If you can analyze where your leads are coming from and you understand also how much you're spending on these leads, you can calculate and figure out what's working and what's not. And then guess what you do? You either get rid of the stuff that's not working or you tweak it until it does work, because this is an evolving game. Just like Justin said, stuff gets stale. And then what do? You tweak it and you tweak it and you tweak it. You A/B test, you split test, this is not a one and done game. This is also not something that happens with one marketing campaign. If you do one mass email and you don't get a whole lot of leads, that doesn't mean emailing doesn't work. That means that one didn't work. If you go, like I hear guys all the time and they're like, Mike, I just passed out 500 flyers and I only got 2 calls. Okay, well, hopefully your 50% closing rate, maybe close one. And that's probably, if you're pricing, decent, it's, $400 or $500, hopefully. And that's probably going to cover more than the cost of your flyer. So your ROI is good. Now, that was just a broad generalization with no numbers or percentages. But again, don't tell me that 500 flyers didn't work. Tell me 50,000 or 100,000 flyers didn't work, because again, it's repetition. You have to continually hit these customers in their face over and over and over until they either submit or they just tell you to get lost.
Exactly. I want to bring up William's comment here because I thought it was pretty cool. A few times a year, he'll put up $500 to sponsor a golf tournament, post up a tent, and free alcohol, a raffle for $1,000 TV, and the way to enter is to sign up for a roof wash. Pretty cool idea. And I want you guys to focus in on here where his target audience is. It's people at a golf tournament. If you want to talk about somebody with disposable income, I think people that play golf are like the perfect avatar for that, right, Mike?
100%. And I think this is great. My one question, William, is was it free alcohol for you? Or were you providing free alcohol to golfers? Because that could get very expensive, and I don't think your ROI would be very good. But all kidding aside, what the thing that I took away from this is the beautiful thing. He spent $500. Okay. Not a lot of money in the grand scope of things. That's one job. He will land at least one job, and he will cover the cost of that. He's also giving away $1,000 TV, right? Which is the raffle. This is the important part. Do you know how you enter? You give him all of the contact information. So everybody at that golf tournament, and I assure you, most of them have had a couple cocktails, a few beers out on the course, and they are they want that $1,000 TV. They're going to put it in the man cave or wherever, and they're going to fill out the information. They're going to give him his phone number. They're going to give him their email address. And then he's going to take that, and he's got that forever to market to those people again until they submit or they unsubscribe.
Exactly.
And hey, what's up, Dewey?
Rasta's future says, I hate the pressure technique. I don't know if there's a lot of pressure here. He just gets them all alcoholed up with free alcohol, Jack Daniels and Tito's, and then says, hey, you want to win a TV? Go ahead and sign up for a free house wash. I mean, a free roof. I'm not a free roof wash. Sign up for a roof wash. Very interesting, but it's the little things. It's the tweaking. It's the thinking outside of the box that is going to bring you a big return.
Yeah, and to that degree, one of the things that I have done, we used to do home shows, right? And we'd set up a little booth, and I had all kinds of fancy, signs of before and afters and whatnot. We don't do those anymore because we're at the point where we really don't have to. But I always had the old fishbowl and we would give away, a computer or a TV or whatever the case was. And again, it would be to capture the customer's information. And it was always, the cost of whatever it was we were giving away was nothing in comparison to the value of those leads that we had.
Exactly. So think outside the box. You'll be rewarded for that. Does Google Ads work for you, man? I'm experimenting with Google Ads right now. We actually just quoted 2 Walmart parking lots. It was over $60,000 to do a restriping job on those. That was the biggest lead that I've landed yet. And we just actually closed a house wash. We did one other job from another one. In the beginning, though, you guys have to know this. Like, there's like a whole trial and error phase. There's trying things, testing things, changing landing pages. Like, you have to try a bunch of different things to kind of figure out best practices of things that work. That's why I sell a Facebook ad strategy, because literally over 4 years, I've tested and tried and spent money finding the best tactics for getting returns on Facebook. And so right now I'm currently working through that with Google. But it's one of the things is you got to have, it's a risk reward, right, Mike? You can't get the reward without the risk, right, big guy?
Hey, you got that right, Justin.
Yeah. Hey, in the words of our great forefathers, you got to risk it for the biscuit. Am I right?
Yes, George Washington.
Yeah. Abraham
1322,
Lincoln.
he said
You
that.
got
He
to
said
risk
that.
it
He
for
was
the
fighting
biscuit.
Genghis Khan in the
So-
Battle of Midway.
So if you guys want to make more money this fall, promote fall and winter services, target commercial clients, understand your numbers, dig into the data from previous years, think through customer experience and look for improvements, build customer relationships, and try new marketing methods. I think we pretty much like covered everything, right, Mike? Like it's pretty in depth right there.
Yeah, I think we did a phenomenal job, Justin.
If you guys follow those steps, I guarantee that you're going to make more money this year than you did last year, right?
Yeah.
That's why I want to tell you guys about the F-150 they were giving away. All you got to do is be a premium, platinum, or ultimate subscriber of Quote IQ, which you can do with the link in the comment section and the description. With that link, you're going to get 50% off your first 3 months of Quote IQ. And if you subscribe for a year, you get a free onboarding call with myself and Mike. You get to Zoom us one-on-one. Isn't that pretty fun, Mike?
That is so fun.
I think it's a good time. And so if you guys want to hang out with us, just, whatever. Beautiful. Anything else, Mike, we want to close with?
No.
Bill Burr was his favorite part for a customer.
Was that you? Did you do that?
Wait, do what? Oh, yeah, that's my client list. You guys want to see my client list real quick on my burner Quote IQ account?
I know there's Donald Trump.
I got
There's
some big
Mike
names in
Tiger.
here, boys. We got Big Mike. We got Bill Nye, the Science Guy. Go ahead, Mike.
Burger King.
Bruce Lee. Wouldn't you want Bruce Lee? A Bon Jovi. Mike, you're old. You like Bon Jovi, huh?
Thanks. I am old. Hey, look, it's the Wiggles. You like them, Justin?
I do. Dana White. Dylan White. He might be related to Dana. I don't know. Donald Duck, Donald Trump. The other cool thing about this, you guys,
George
is any
Costanza.
contact that you click. So let's say that I click on Big Mike, for example. All I have to do is scroll down to the bottom, and I can see every single invoice, estimate, and inspection form that we've ever done for any customer. Like, you just scroll down to the bottom and you can see it. That's one of the biggest things people struggle with. I did it early on in my business. I didn't know what I quoted people. Somebody would call me back out the next year, Mike, and they'd say, hey, we want to get the same services done. And I'd be like, shit, I might charge them less this year than I did the previous year. Can you imagine that?
I can't imagine that. And that's because you didn't have a way to track your data.
You nailed it, big guy. What's the word of the day, Mike?
I think the word of the day is it's game day.
Shouts out to my buddy Jeffrey Morgan. He's having a baby. Mike, can you say happy baby to Jeffrey Morgan?
Today he's having a baby?
Well, not today, but he's got one on the way. You know,
who is this feller?
He's a buddy of mine. He's a YouTuber, and he sells things on eBay.
Is that what he does on his YouTube channel?
I think he makes videos selling stuff, but I did a collab with him one time. He did like a flooring job, and we did a collab together. But he's also done some pressure washing stuff. He does some odd jobs.
I like his beard.
He's got a big beard, man. He's a big beard guy. I actually went visit him. I saw him one time because I was in his neck of the woods. You know
what neck of the woods is that?
The funny thing is, I've met so many people off of YouTube, man.
Yeah, that's creepy.
He lives in Louisiana.
Nice. Yeah.
So, shout out to Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeffrey, you're not allowed to sell your baby on eBay. I've tried. You can't sell humans.
That's sweet, Mike. He knows everything about eBay. Okay, sweet. Word of the day, Mike. All right, word of the day is William wants to call the word of the day. He said Bill Burr. Bill Burr game day. If you guys made the video, comment down below Bill Burr and I'll hashtag your real one, or comment down below game day or gang day. Either way, and we'll hashtag your real one. Is that cool, Mike? You good with that?
I used to be in a gang. And so I actually got beat out of the gang, because it was one of those things where it was getting so rough that I said, look, I've just been through too much and I've hurt too many people.
You've ended too many
Well,
lives.
and there was multiple felonies and charges and whatnot, and it was time to go. I've actually had all of my I used to be fully covered tattoos, all of my gangland tattoos. And this is not tattoo removal. I actually had new tattoos, skin colored tattoos put over my entire body to cover my old gang tattoos. So let's not do gang day. Let's just say game day, because it's McKenna's volleyball game tonight against Blessed Sacrament. This is a big one.
There you go. Market Fording Day. There you go. Well, whatever you this is gonna be a flexible word of the day. If you guys want to get more entries on the giveaway, we have a bunch of different options here. We have free options. You can email us a lot on here. You get to read what they are. Email us and tell us why you use Quote IQ and why it's helped your business. Not free options. You could also pay for some if you want, like a bunch of extra entries. And yeah, here's all our past winners. So Mike didn't put up our other truck winner, but we will put that picture up. This guy won.
Why'd you got to call me out on that, man?
Wait, what, Mike?
That was just rude.
Well, I got to call you out. I got to put some pressure on you, Mike.
Okay.
But Juan Wizard won the window cleaning business starter kit. Jason Harden won our MacBook giveaway, and Jeremy May as well. 2 MacBook winners. This is our second. Clayton won this one. And what was this guy's name? Malin, right?
Yeah, Malin. He was a happy one.
Man, we've given away a lot of stuff, Mike. How fun is that?
It's very fun. But that's one of the things that we said that we wanted to do from day one. We wanted to give back to the community, to the industries that we service, and I think we have.
Beautiful. Well, thanks you guys for hanging out with us. We hope we provided some value for you guys in this video. But until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Okay?
Don't here. Just stop for a second. Are you still going?
Yeah. What?
Hold on. Talk to these people real quick, Justin. Okay.
All right. I got look. William said I got a featured comment a few times. That's a win in itself. William, thanks for hanging out with us today. Bam. Still Nick Saban day. I don't even know what that means.
Well, I know for one thing, I think Alabama's ranked like 30th.
There's only a top 25, Mike. And
okay. Go back to the Quote IQ page.
Bama's 13th. Okay. Let's see how quick you are. You didn't mess with this page, did you?
Refresh, baby.
Okay. We need to fix our timer too, Mike. Our timer's busted. Oh, look at that, you guys. It just appeared. How did you do that from your phone? I don't know. But this was our truck and skid winner, Green Clean of Virginia. This is Ben right here. He came down and picked it up. So as you guys can see, we have all the winners here.
He is we gave away a truck.
Well, we already gave away one. We're giving away another. It's just cool to see like all the giveaway winners stacked up. You know what I mean?
Right. What is the day of the giveaway, Justin?
I think we're announcing it, October 1st?
October 1st. I like it.
Well, October 1st is Sunday, so we'll announce it October 2nd.
Right. So let's see if refresh again and see if I was able to fix it.
All right, hold on, you guys. Let's see.
I sure hope it worked. What?
Wow.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, well.
All right. Jacob says, I just want you guys to know I appreciate what you're doing. Jacob, thank you so much, man. We appreciate those that appreciate us. You know what I mean? Is that a weird thing to say, Mike?
For you, it is. I mean, I think a lot of the stuff that comes out of your mouth kind of is weird and comes off kind of creepy, but no, I'm kidding.
I should have ended this.
Yeah.
Earlier. All right, you ready to wrap, Mike?
Yeah. Oh,
Get that money, baby. Peace.
Let's do it.